When I was a sexual assault prosecutor, I encountered a case that involved a 12-year-old girl, and she was being trafficked. This poor young woman, because she had none of those services, couldn't reconcile or couldn't process or couldn't heal from the incredible damage that was done to her, and she eventually took her life. The services that we're providing to these kids or to that young woman and the 700 or 800 that I've dealt with will go away.
I remembered, I can describe vividly just this feeling of elation on getting awarded my restraining order. And then I really did feel like I was standing on the edge of a cliff, like, where do I go?
Just on victims of crime, it's critical. If a victim of crime doesn't have means, doesn't have insurance to pay for the medical care that they received after being sexually assaulted, or the psychological therapy that they're receiving after being raped, that we're able to provide that resource for them and pay for it for them. And we're only able to do that because the federal government, through the Victims of Crime Act.
If you're in an abusive relationship, get out of it. You know, just walk away, take your kids and go. The in-depth understanding that you might not have your own bank account or your own car or any place to go or anyone to go to in order to help heal individuals and the community as a whole, we need all of those combined together. It's an absolute necessity.
One would think that this law and order administration would be more generous with the programs that support law and justice.
The Family Justice Center, they are absolutely my family. It didn't fix me. It gave me the confidence and the inner strength and then the support to keep that sustained. It gave me a way to help heal myself.
Before we got that federal grant, this county had, in 2002, we had 27 people die as a result of domestic violence. We got our grants, and in the last couple of years, we have reported 3 deaths as a result of domestic violence. We know that these federal dollars are allowing us the ability to save lives and to help people have a future.
I started taking this class, which includes digital literacy. I never would have imagined that I've built 2 websites. I don't have a job, I have a career.
If these cuts occur at the federal level that really remove the ability of people, immigrants, to be able to get services, that is a huge burden on our public defender's office. And they're doing this for the right reason, but there are only so many hours in a day.
When we are talking with a human being who has made a mistake or is innocent and we can't get the resources that we need to fight their case, it's devastating. It's devastating to look someone in the eye who's hurting and not be able to direct them to a resource that, again, will ultimately keep them out of the criminal justice system and make our community as a whole safer. It's so disheartening to see the focus turning back towards punishment and away from rehabilitation on the federal level. I'm hopeful still on the local level. I believe that the District Attorney's Office, through Nancy O'Malley, believe that these folks in our community matter.
How much activism is it going to take for us to step up and say, this is unconscionable, to take all of this away from people who need it the most?
It really, really frightens me that if I was referred to the Family Justice Center, I got some phone numbers, and it was shut down because of lack of federal funding. I can say that I would not be the whole, happy, awesome person I am today.
A very confusing, very unstable environment we're in right now, which is why, for leaders, it's important to stand up and be heard.
We still remain hopeful that some of these cuts won't take effect and that Mr. Trump will get enough pushback, both from my colleagues and a lot of folks in Alameda County and elsewhere that believe that these cuts are going to be devastating to our communities.
We cannot go back. We're not going back.